Guys, I'm going to cut to the chase in this one. I'm not going to waste any time. The PMD56, as you all know, is my exit watch. It's the watch that has all of the features I want, pretty much. And that is the watch for me to finish the collection, finish the channel. We've talked about it a million times. But I now have two of them. Why? Well, it's because this one here in my left hand, this is my original PMD56. Now, you may recall me saying on several occasions, the second hand didn't quite hit flush, just on one side of the dial. On the other side, it did hit flush. Really bizarre. I don't kind of understand how it did. It just wasn't off on every single marker. It was strange. So I took a gamble, and it was a gamble because if this had have gone wrong, it would have been an awful lot of money wasted, you know. It really would. But the plan now, I mean, this watch you're looking at right now, this hits every single marker 100% flush all the way around the dial. So I can say with some degree of real confidence, this is my daily, this is my exit watch. I have found it. Have I found watch nirvana? Almost. There's one thing that this watch lacks, and that's the ability to synchronize the atomic time outside of Japan. You can do it with the help of apps. There's some apps that emit the right frequency, 40,000 or 60,000 hertz, which is the Japanese frequency even. That's JJY. I purpose-built a Raspberry Pi, which sends out the signal. Check previous videos. I've talked about that to death. But ultimately now I can feel happy that I found the exit watch. It means that this one will now be sold. And this will become my daily driver. I'm going to wear this every single day. Now, I've had a couple of questions ask me why. Why did I pick this watch? So I'm just going to go from memory all of the things about this watch that I can think of right now. There's probably things I might miss, but these are the main things that make this watch so desirable to me and maybe desirable to you, the viewer. I honestly think Citizen are missing out on a trick. If they release this with the ability to sync time around the world, I think this would become a #1 Citizen bestseller. Okay, let's get into why. First of all, you've got a screw-down crown. Fantastic. You've got 200 meters of water resistance. Again, you do have that atomic time. It does only synchronize in Japan, but there's ways around it. There's ways to still synchronize time. You do have loom on all of the numbers and if you can see the triangle and the two kind of minus symbols. This one at the bottom and then this one at the top. Which, the loom, I'm not going to lie, the loom isn't fantastic on this watch, but it is there. Okay, you've got the, I believe this, I think someone said this PVD, this black circular design around the, and it's quite a slim model as well. So you've got Duratec coating, by the way, so it's quite scratch resistant. It should, you know, stop many of those desk diving scratches. Additionally, this is solar powered eco drive, which means you shouldn't need to change the battery or send it in for a service for Citizen to replace the battery, as I found out the hard way. If you try to do it yourself, it's so easy to damage this watch. So please do send it into Citizen. Don't attempt this particular watch yourself. It will go horribly wrong, trust me. But yes, this has got eco drive, solar power, so this will convert energy, light into energy into the battery, and it'll just continue to work. There's a perpetual calendar, so even if you are outside of Japan, it doesn't matter. This will automatically, if you were in a month with 28 days, it will jump from 28 over to 1 the next day, the first of whatever month. Fantastic. It's one of the only watches as well, especially in this format, an analog watch with a day and date. And it's beautiful to watch the analog frequency, hit the watch, and the watch will just cycle to the correct day and date. But even if you don't have an atomic signal, as long as you've had that signal at least once, then it will set the day and date. The watch is made out of titanium, which is absolutely fantastic. It's just so light. It's got solid end links and solid links as well. So it does have that kind of premium quality. You've got this pusher down at the bottom to extend the clasp. Now, this is so useful because if your wrist, like mine, swells on a hot, cold day, you can just simply, on the fly, just give a little bit of extra wiggle room, or you can tighten the watch itself. Absolutely fantastic. I'm just hoping I don't miss any features. Again, atomic time, water-resistant titanium, Duratec coating, again, those solid end links. There really are so many reasons to get this watch. You do have, the second hand has, apparently this watch is shock resistant, so it can take a shock and it will correct itself if, you know, a big shock is detected. Just a little note on that if you think, like me, I thought I could just change the position of the second hand. If you get one that's out of alignment, you can't change that. That's how it came out of the factory. That's how it's going to be. But the Perfex system apparently is to do with a shock. If the watch receives a shock, it will correct itself. And that's kind of the beauty of having the analog sort of system here. I don't think I've missed any other features. None that I can think of anyway, I'm sure after this video. There is one more feature that, again, this is why this can be my exit watch. You can change the hour hand. You can adjust it forward or backwards, however many hours you want to go. Let's say I'm in the UK right now. I'm traveling to a country that's 3 hours ahead. I think, is Russia 3 hours ahead? Let's say I'm going from the UK to Russia. When I get to Russia, I can push, I've actually done a video on this, go back to my previous video, but you can twist the second hand 3 seconds forward, which means that will be interpreted as hours by the watch, and it will move the hour hand 3 hours forward. So it's simple to jump between time zones. If you want to just synchronize it with your phone when you get to another country, hey, you could do that too. But this watch, for all of those reasons, that's why I picked this, because I wanted an analog day and date. I wanted titanium, water resistant, solar power. I wanted the atomic time. This watch has so many features, and it's such a shame that the Japanese are keeping this for themselves as a JDM. I really believe now is the time, because I think these watches have been out for 10 years. This is brand new, they're still producing them. But Citizen really, I believe, should mass produce these and just get these across. You know, this is the H100 movement. It's a tried and tested movement, atomic time. It checks for that signal every night between 2 AM and then it'll check again at 4 AM. So what can I say? But hey, this is my exit watch. I'm glad that I have gone now from 28 watches at my height of the madness down to just simply 4 watches. And I'm actually in the process, I have possibly got a buyer for the MTG M900. And again, I will be selling this one. So I will be down to just 3 watches. I will be down to this one, the W217H, which is ironically the Casio F91's big brother. And I actually own the F91 as well. So just 3 watches. No, sorry, make that 4, because I do have the G-Shock GW-B5600 as well. Notice there's 2 Solars in my collection, a Citizen Solar and a Casio G-Shock, which is a Solar. And then I've just got the 2 standard Casio Quartz. So my collection is made up of 3 Casios and the 1 Citizen. And I'm happy with that, guys. Okay, we're running up to 10 minutes, so where's next with the channel? Again, sporadic videos, they're going to be very, very few and far in between. What's next for me personally? I have got lots and lots and lots of self-improvement to do. I had a breakup recently. I've talked about it on previous videos, so please go back if you would like to see that content. I don't talk about watches, I talk about the breakup and the mentality behind it and how to move on. And it's a difficult process, but I have devised a few things. I don't really necessarily want to talk about them in public on the channel, but things that are going to improve me as a person, make me feel happier as a person, make me better as a person, make me more confident and feeling more content within yourself. I don't want to get too philosophical here, but that really is kind of the key, I think, to life. I think we as people sometimes rely on other people. I've certainly done it. We rely on other people to make us happy. And if that person does us wrong, does us dirty, as the saying goes, yeah, it can come back to haunt us. It can really, you shouldn't rely on someone else for your happiness. Rely on yourself. You're not going to let yourself down. And even if you do let yourself down, it's up to you then to carry on, get back on the ladder, get back on the treadmill, and the proverbial treadmill. Maybe it's a real treadmill, get into shape, etc., etc. So yes, what's next for me is essentially lots of self-improvement. I've identified things I need to work on outside of the world of watches. I've got the watch now, the watch channel's done. If I go abroad, if I go to a watch museum, I will bring it to the channel. But for all intents and purposes, the channel is done and dusted, and this is the watch that did it. This is the watch that ended the madness, the PMD56-2952. Thank you for watching, guys. I can't tell you when the next one will be, but I can tell you it will not be soon. So feel free. I'm going to leave up all of my old content. Every video I've ever created about watches, it's going to remain on the channel. I will not delete the channel. So there won't be any more new videos, new watches, but there will be all of my previous content, which covers Cartier tanks, swatches, G-Shocks, Seikos. We haven't had a Seiko on the channel for a while. Diver watches. What else have we had? We've had the Orient, the Bambino, the Ray, the Mako. We've had so many watches on the channel. We've had vintage, the Seiko Moonraker watch. So please do feel free to check out all of my old content. I get no money for this. I'm not putting adverts on my videos. I'm not interested in that. I just wanted to bring you guys watch content so you could enjoy it and I could share my hobby and my passion. But now it's the right time for me to move on and do things that I need to do for myself. Again, that kind of self-improvement. With that being said, thank you once again for the views, the likes, even the dislikes. It's just, sometimes I wish when people did dislike a video, they say why. Sometimes I see a dislike and no one says why, which kind of sucks. But anyway, take care, everybody. I'm glad, we've hopefully all made it through COVID. I know some of my viewers sadly caught COVID, but I hope everyone's healthy and well. Stay safe. Until next time, this has been Simon the Watch Guy. This has been the PMD56, and again, thank you for watching the channel. Take care, everybody.